You're not an unlucky bitch. It's just the way that you think that is holding you back. Let's get into it. Good morning. Can you tell I'm tired? Because I am. Just a little. Skin prepped. So we are coming up on January 28th. And if you know, you know. That means a lot of things will be happening with the planets. So I wanted to get a quick video explaining lucky girl magic. A lot of people think lucky girl magic is like picking up a 4-leaf clover in a field full of clovers, and that's just not what it is. Lucky girl magic is the way that your mind thinks. Lucky girl magic is simply being fucking delusional. Just being delusional. Now I'm gonna give you a quick background because I will say that lucky girl magic for me happened way back when. Lucky girl magic came for me, 1, before I even knew what it was, and 2, before I ever did glamour magic. I know, I need to replace my foundation. Whatever. Lucky girl magic is something that I didn't realize I was doing for many, many years. But we're going to start and we're going to take it back to when I was married. Yeah. I was married to my ex-husband. We were both prior service military. I got out before him. I lacked ambition when I got out. I was just depressed, to be honest. And the military as a whole, whether you're a wife or a soldier, it could take a toll on you. Anyways, so when we moved to the area that we live in, I had already experienced it for 9 months while he was in Germany. And I was just like, man, these people have money. They're living their life. They're having a good time. Like, I want this life. I want this lifestyle. I want these things. It started with my mindset. It started with the idea that I can get these things. I can have all these things. And I know everyone's like, well, that's manifestation. It is and it isn't. So manifestation and lucky girl magic goes hand in hand. And I will tell you, years ago, I always used to say, I manifested my life. And I did. But I didn't realize that lucky girl magic was just me being delusional. And I'm really good at delusional. You should see my dating history. It proves it. I had an understanding that there were things that I wanted and I had to work to get there. I had to know that I can get there. Jobs, for instance. When I first went back into logistics, which is what I was doing in the military, I didn't really want to get into it. And there were times where I felt like I was going to be stuck at certain jobs that just weren't good for me. But the delusion started kicking in. And I was just like, but I have all this experience. I'm great. Anybody would be lucky to have me. Anybody would be lucky to hire me. Like, I am such a good asset to any team. And then once I get this job, the next thing is going to be this. And then the next thing is going to be this. And I did that for probably my entire time that we were married in this area. I lucky girl magic my divorce. Let me tell you. The lucky girl magic, a lot of what I wanted was money. And I knew nothing then about magic. What I did know is if I told myself that I can get it, I could. And that was my mindset. And that's how everything clicked for me. Everything I wanted came to me. Everything that I desired, I got. And the downside of that was everything that I thought of that was even bad happened. And you may be like, oh, that's so unlucky. But how lucky is it to think anything and be able to get it? I worked my way up from a $55,000 job to a 6-figure job. And all that was because I was delusional enough to know and think that I could have it. And I got it. And I tell you that I lucky girl magic / manifested my way into a divorce. It was because the more delusional I became, the more authentic I became. Meaning the things that I wanted and desired, like the way my mind functioned was I can have anything that I want. Anyone outside of me, right, who didn't agree with me, and I know that sounds really bad, but you got to think about it. If I'm forcing my mind to think in a positive way and be delusional and think that I want these things, why would I want someone in my inner circle to basically tell me these things would not happen for me? They were never going to happen, that I was being ridiculous, like, especially someone that you're supposed to be a partner with. Now you're messing up my mind process. Like, you're messing up my mind thought. Now I got to get rid. You got to go because we're not aligned, right? And I'm not saying we're not aligned and it can't be fixed. This was our other factors, obviously, that led to our divorce. But this was like a huge thing for me that I think I watched over the years. And I was just like, you're saying that we can't do these things or I can't have these things, but look at everything that we said that we wanted to do has happened. And it's because I'm a lucky girl. Everything that we wanted has come true. And he would say, because, yeah, you put in the work, you put in stuff. But there were other situations that I feel like transpired that just happened simply because of the thought and no work. And you're just like, got it, did it. How did that happen? How did I get what I wanted? Like, what? You got to first understand that your inner circle matters, or move in silence. If you have people, I was married, so of course I'm sharing my big dreams, my goals, my ideas. That was different. But if I could tell you anything, just keep silent. Especially if people are going to go against what it is that you're trying to lucky girl magic your way into. I'm going to get into this concert and I'm going to be able to do this. You got to believe it. I used to have this saying back in the day, MBA, manifest it, believe it, achieve it. Lucky girl magic is literally being delusional. I've walked myself into things that I cannot explain to you how I walked into them, except for the fact that it was pure delusion that got me there. And I will not go back, because there was a moment, and this is what I got to tell you. This is your warning. Are you listening? Make sure you're listening. There was a moment in my life where I almost fucked it all up for me. And it was a long period before I realized what I was doing. We're human. We fall into depression. We do all these things. 2023 is when I decided I wanted to divorce my then husband. Maybe one day I'll speak on that, but that's not this video. 2023, I lost my last living parent, my dad. Became estranged with my family. I lost a couple of friends. And we were selling my dream home. Lucky girl magic my way into that. Like, things like that. $1.2 million home that we built from the ground up. And I was letting it go after only being in it for 6 months because I wanted out of my marriage that bad. Instead of all those good thoughts, instead of the delusion of when I leave this house and I build a new life, I'm going to have the moon, the stars, the sun. I stopped thinking like that. I allowed my negative thoughts to take over. And I was like, when I leave, oh my gosh, I'm going to struggle. I'll probably lose my job. I will never find a house that I like. And blah, blah, blah. Like, I started naming off all these things. And that was my mindset, right? I'm going to do it all alone. I'm not going to have any support. Da, 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 da. And this became my mind thought. The delusion wore off. And it was just like, this is what's going to happen. Guess what? From 2023 to 2025, all that shit happened. I lost my job twice. Okay? Being a single mom was a huge struggle. I would literally watch my ex-husband just build his life while I was struggling to build mine. And I just didn't understand. I hated the first house I moved into. I manifested the things that in my last relationship after my ex-husband happened. I manifested those things. I just knew this man was going to cheat. I just knew. What? I manifested these things. After 2025 hit and I went through everything I went through in May, which if you didn't watch my last video about glamour magic, go ahead and it gives you a little sneak peek into what happened in May. It was around that time frame where I was like, girl, what are you doing? This isn't even the way that you were thinking a couple years ago. Like, how did you get everything that you wanted to going and getting everything that you were fearful of? Because I allowed my fears to take over my thoughts, over my wants, over my delusion. So that is where I fucked up. I bring you to today. We're in February 2026. When I walked into this new year, which we all know spring equinox is the new year, but for argument's sake, I walked into the new year and I was just like, I'll be damned if 2026 is anything like those years. You want to know why? Because my delusion is coming back. Baby, we delusional again. Anything I want, anything I desire is mine. You know why? Because I'm lucky. And the universe gives me anything that I want. And when those bad thoughts creep in, and they do from time to time, I simply ask myself, girl, what are you doing? This is not who you are. This is not who you are. And don't get me wrong, you're going to have your fears, but you have got to switch. You have got to train your mind to push that fear out, to push those thoughts out. And that's what I do. I have my fears, I have my thoughts, I have my, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? You have your spiritual support team. I have a spiritual best friend. So when I am having those thoughts, it's like she's the first person I call. Because I know she's gonna be like, girl, get the fuck up. Stop. What are you doing? Do you not remember who you are? Do you not remember, one, what you went through in the last couple of years, and two, what you know that you can have because you've already had it. You've already done it. And that's what I'm just like, you know what? This is all part of it. Yeah, it's not the best day, right? It's not exactly how I would want everything to pan out. But at the end of the day, everything I desire, everything I want is going to come to me. And this is a part of the scheme that Todd set up. It's part of the scheme that Todd set up. And the reason all this shit is happening, whether it's good or bad, is because this is going to get me to what I want. That's how delusional I am. I'm just like, oh, this is a part of it. Being delusional is my favorite game to play. Everything. I'm telling you. If I go to work right now and I have a bad day, I'm like, you know what? Because the universe doesn't want me here. And that's okay, because whatever comes out of this, comes out of this. If they fire me, it was part of the plan. It was a part of the plan to something bigger, because if there's something I can say, even in my state of mind where I stopped being delusional, I realized everything was leading me to a bigger purpose. And I know that sounds like so, like, oh, my purpose here on earth. No. It was leading me to my most authentic self. One, I'm not meant to work for anybody. I know that. I have big dreams. Those big dreams will come true. Know that for a fact. If someone ever tells you, like, girl, your dreams are too big. Bro, your dreams are too big. What are you doing? You're being delusional. Tell them to shut up. You have got to believe it. You have got to walk into it. And I am going to give you a few quick steps on how you're going to get your lucky girl magic started, okay? Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 quick ways that you can start your lucky girl magic journey right now. As soon as you get up, today's going to be a good day. As soon as you open those eyes and today's going to be a great day. I'm going to have the best day. Everything is going to work out in my favor. That is number 1. You're going to have bad moments, but you can change that around at any given moment. Bad moments don't make bad days. Your mindset does. Number 2, the way that you think, all that's going to come true. So if you think you're going to have a bad day, or you think life is just going to go awry, then it is. So now you got to change your mindset. You got to change the way you think. You have got to train your mind to know that all things are possible, even in those bad moments. And those bad moments are probably leading you to something bigger and better. Number 3, when disappointment comes, because at the end of the day, disappointment will happen. As much as we hate it, it happens. You have got to learn to regulate yourself in the moment. Okay? It's just a moment. Let's get it together. Let me calm myself. Let me center myself. Calm my nervous system. Because if you don't calm yourself, then that's when that mind starts racing and you can't grasp. You can't control it now. It's gone. Number 3 is regulating yourself. Regulating your nervous system in the moment. Calming down. Especially when it's an intense moment. When it's something just irked your nerves in a moment. You have got to learn to regulate your emotions. Number 4, prepare like you already got the motion, baby. You got the juice. You got the sauce. So dress for the part. Dress for the life that you want, because it's already there. You know, go in the interview looking bomb, looking intimidating, walk like you own the place. I cannot tell you how many rooms I walked into. I had no business walking into those rooms like I owned them. Did not care. But guess what? It set me up for success. It set me up for success. You got to walk into the room like you own it, baby. Number 5, move like you're already considered. Because you are. Think about it. Think how could they not want me? Of course they want me. Of course that went well. Of course they enjoyed conversation with me. Of course. Yes. It's all of those things. So you got number 1. You got number 2. You got number 3. You got number 4. You got number 5. So all you have to do now is you got to go out there and do all those things. Like I said, it starts when you wake up in the morning. How you wake up, your mindset. Number 2. Number 3, you got to regulate yourself. You're going to have bad moments. Bad moments do not make a bad day. Your mindset does. So number 3, regulate your emotions. Don't overreact to bad moments or it's going to drag on for the rest of the day. Number 4, walk it like you talk it. Dress the part, look the part, talk the part. And number 5, already know that it's yours. You're already a lucky, lucky, lucky bitch. All right, that's my advice. So go out there, remember who you are. We're all lucky. We're going to have a great day today. We're going to have a great week. And anything that we desire and anything that we want, we get it because we are those bitches. And you also have to remember patience because sometimes it feels like it's not happening in a moment, and that's okay. That's okay. It will come. Just know that it's yours. All right. Love you. Bye.